Hello everyone. I'm gonna pull some cards and pack some of these things. All right, clear the energy. Breath in your nose, out your mouth. Right. It's nice outside today and not super hot, sweaty weather, so I'm going to take advantage of it. Just look at, which I don't think I can flip. I don't even know what that button is. I was going to show you, but it's okay. What messages have come through today? Wipe off my mirror, it's all smudgy. Sixth chakra, Archangel Metatron, 40. I wonder what angels actually look like. I've seen obviously pictures of men, women, long hair. I wonder if they even have form. And then third chakra, Archangel Shamiel or Chamuel, I'm not sure. It's got pretty eyes. Third eye and solar plexus. You might have had an energy leak in your solar plexus, working on your self-confidence, working on your self-esteem, having confidence in your dreams and visions, reconnecting to source. Because we've got 32, door to spirit. Building confidence with your intuition. Building confidence with your psychic abilities. Reading the energies, reading cards. So obviously this message is for me as well. It usually is. 415. I don't have my angel number book out here. You might want to look up the angel number 415. Anxiety. Maybe you've had some worries and fears around these gifts of yours. What do you think about when you think about being psychic? Like for me, and it can come in so many different ways, and just being intuitive in general. But from what I've seen on TV, you know, you imagine someone with like a crystal ball or tarot or, you know, whatever that means to you. And all these bad things are going to happen, and then also just, at least for me, a lot of other people's energies and just shifts in energies feels like anxiety to me. When I'm in public, which I'm still learning about my own channel and intuition, but I have noticed that like a lot of other people's energies, and when new energies coming, a lot of mine shows up as anxiety. It feels like anxiety to me. It's taken practice to kind of be like, what was that? Me? Which is another reason why if you are working on these things, or you've been in a period of solitude, it's helping you to see what you feel like on your own, like to clear out everyone else's energy and sit with your own energy and your own channel, so that you know that, like, hey, I'm sitting here, this is my baseline, and then all of a sudden I'm around someone else and I feel this like other feeling, but I can't indicate anything that's changed, which there's a difference, obviously. If something triggers you, you know, you'll be able to know more what's yours and what's not yours. But that's definitely helped. I've needed this period of solitude so I could figure out what my energy feels like, and then to decipher and be like, that wasn't even mine. Maybe there's worry about your gifts, like what will other people think? Will I be accurate? The confidence aspect of it. And maybe just coming to terms with you having the power to be able to do that. I had no idea I was psychic or intuitive or medium. My mediumship abilities have not opened up to me yet. It's kind of scary when you realize how much power you have, or you realize what gifts you have, and if it's all new, it can be scary. Like learning these things for the first time when this weird shit happens and you're like, holy crap, what was that? And it's not like someone's sitting here being like, hey, that was a download, which I think I've talked about in another video, or maybe that was my Stardust videos, but, and it's so different for everybody that it's kind of scary, because it's like, I felt that, and what in the hell was it? I'm still trying to figure out stuff. And then just when those things happen in general, it's kind of difficult to explain the sensations that you're feeling, because it's like you don't even necessarily understand it. How are you going to explain it to someone else? Energy, it's just a whole new ballgame for me. And then I can look back and be like, oh my God, I was like this the entire time. I just didn't know what it was, because it was just me. I'm not sitting in front of a crystal ball summoning anything. I still have stuff to learn about my channel. I have been told I channel from the Galactic Center, and I'm like, what in the hell? I guess I'll know more when I need to know more. Everybody has gifts. I'm going to read the door to Spirit. I just have always had I don't know, even though it's gotten pretty dark and weird in my life, there's always been even just a faint sliver of like, I know I'm gonna be okay. And it's gotten fucking weird. Door to Spirit, spiritual awakenings and new beginnings. So when this door opens, it opens to unlimited potential. The changes that happen here reach deep into the core of your being. As such, this card often heralds your increasing powers in the spiritual arts and a deepening connection with the spiritual world. Don't be surprised if you find yourself becoming more intuitive, more aware of Spirit's presence, or more powerful in your own healing practices. Now is the time to open up to the unexpected guidance and inspiration of Spirit, and to the magic and power of your true identity. Affirmation: I relax and connect with Spirit's wisdom and power. I live in the peace that my spirit brings and know that the world of Spirit supports me. It's just a weird deal. I went through a lot of gaslighting things growing up, so like it's been very challenging for me to trust my own intuition and not gaslight myself. And it takes time. It's like a muscle. I couldn't even tell you how long I've been, I do feel, been working on this. I need to complete my sentences. I do feel like universe like slowly turns the dial. I don't know about everyone else, but it's not like my gifts came in and I was like, you know, like it's like a slow workup. It's not, because that can kind of send you into psychosis and shock your nervous system for sure. And just, I think ego components are involved there as well. Because it kind of freaks you out, because it's like you didn't know that you could do that, and you didn't ever know that you were capable of doing that, or you didn't know that that's what that was. So it kind of freaks you out a little bit. Like, what? I just being me. There was something else I wanted to say about that. But I can look back and realize that that was my intuition. I just didn't know that that's what that was. And in my experience, it was like I wouldn't always get the confirmation right away. I didn't know how my channel worked, or how source, universe, guides, whatever. I didn't know the language. So it was like, I can look back and see that I was receiving like signs at the time, but I wasn't able to consciously be aware of that. You know, everything's a coincidence, and it's not. It's not. Like, you can tell when you're trying to make something work and connect the dots versus receiving something out of nowhere. I don't always know what to do with it, so I'm just like, okay, source, like, I am super aware of this, not sure where we're going with this. Like, I'll give an example. The last apartment that I lived in, before I moved there, I kept seeing the word joy. And it's not like, oh, I saw it one time. Like, it was a ridiculous amount of times, and I'm like, okay, I'm picking up that this is a word. Like, I see the joy. I see the word everywhere. I'm picking up on it. I am aware of it. I don't know what it means at this point. Like, I see that you keep showing me this over and over. So I go to look at this person's, it was in a basement, and I went to look at the house. And when I left, I was like, there was some wishy-washiness, and I'm not going to get into details, but I'm like, I know that I have ignored those things in the past and wish I wouldn't have. So I'm like, I don't know, because I've kind of turned off red flags and whatnot before, and that did not end up well. So I'm really hesitant on, I need a clear sign that this is where I'm going. And we left the neighborhood, and as I was thinking that, or around that time, because I'm like, I just don't know, I need a sign. The next street over was Joy Street, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and trust, and I'm just gonna leave it at that. But it's like, that's just how it's worked for me. And it's funny because I used to go down past that neighborhood and I'd be like, I wonder what's back there. And that's because I was going to live back there. Like, I can look back, and that's happened more than once where I'm like, okay, for instance, I worked at this, the hotel, the Elms Hotel and Spa. And something just kept bringing me to that place. I'm like, why does that keep getting brought up to my attention? Because I was going to work there. So it's like you get signs. You just have to figure out how it is that your intuition works and how source speaks to you. And it's so cool because it just works in such different ways. I'll have to share more about that, but we've got gratitude. Blue bear Bluebell Fairy. Looks like lavender field. If you're having anxiety, work with lavender. And there's often emotions underneath anxiety. I guess we're going to talk about that. Anxiety, in my experience, has been emotions that need to be released. Like things coming up that need to be healed and released. An opportunity to make a different choice than before. New energy, because your body and intuition and things pick up on that stuff before you can consciously understand it. That's why this is a weird deal to work with, or I've had difficulty dealing with it, because you want this to logically understand, how did I know that before I knew that, but that just doesn't work. You're not gonna know how you know it. And then so when you can feel things are changing on an intuitive level or energetic level, or as your vibration raises, which consciously Aaron talks about this with the Schumann resonance, it's like that higher vibration versus the vibration that you're at, there's a dissonance, and that can cause anxiety in between, because it's like your body's trying to adjust to this new level of energy, so it can feel like anxiety. And I find if you don't fight it and don't try to run from it, which I'm not saying in every case, but a lot of times you're gonna feel like you're crazy. I don't think that people that actually go crazy are consciously sitting there thinking, I'm crazy. That's your vibration running or rising a lot of the time. Again, use your own discernment. Lost my train of thought there, so we're going to move forward. Letting go, autumn. Again, back to this anxiety, there are maybe some emotions and things that you need to let go. You need letting go. You need to let them go. Like the leaves are changing because they're dying, and you're going to release them. Water spirit manifesting dreams. He's cute. Cute little otter. And I don't know what this little guy is doing, but it looks like he's, when snowflakes fall and you catch them on your tongue, it's like he's trying to catch the magic and miracles that are the fairy dust. He's got his tongue out. Water. If you need to cry, that's an excellent way to release emotion. It's okay for you to cry. It's okay for you to fall apart. And then maybe finding a way to be grateful for these things. It can kind of be difficult to feel grateful for anxiety because it feels, kind of awful, or grateful for anger, or grateful for the terrible things that have happened. But it all has it's all serving a purpose. It has contrast. It's valuable. It's teaching you something. And then you get to kind of switch your relationship with it. Instead of trying to push it away, it's like, this is obviously here trying to teach me something, so sit with it. That's like one of the hardest things to do, is just sit there and feel what you're feeling, especially when it's uncomfortable. But it's like once you do, you get to let it go. And again, then it gets easier and easier to let go. And then your nervous system and body realize, hey, No, it's safe for me to feel this. It's not going to do anything to me. It is something I'm feeling. It's an energy. Okay, separate message. You might be, like, doors might be opening to you. You might be, something you've manifested, something about opening up. A good way to have these things open up for you and be brought to you in a faster fashion would be having gratitude that it's already happened and letting go of the desire, letting go of the attachment. Like, thank you. I'm so excited to be able to experience this. I know that it's done. And then let it go. Ooh, I would love to do this, this, and this. And then let that desire go. That's also hard to do. If you don't want to come from a place of lack and resistance, try to reword your wanting, because that's still signifying that you don't have it. Into I'd love, or thank you for, like, I want to move. I'd really love to move. I'd really love to see what it'd be like to live in that house. What would it feel like for me to move right now? Thank you so much. I'm so glad I'm getting to move. I'm so happy that I got to move, and I can move whenever I want. Is a lot different energy in your body than saying that you really want something bad. Try it out. Go ahead. Try it. Ooh. Oh, hello. Shower of Prosperity, 36. So I've got 1, 2, 3 sixes. So that's an angel number, 666. Look it up if you want to. Wealth, opportunity, success, and manifestation. See? Successful manifestations. Success. So manifesting twice. Wealth. Things opening up for you. Opening up to it. Feeling confident to receive it. Which I'm not sure if that's really a requirement, but it does actually help if you're feeling more, maybe not confident, worthy. Feeling worthy of it. Maybe you've always known that you're going to be rich. Maybe being rich makes you nervous. Maybe you've had to do some nervous system work on money. Letting go of old ideas and beliefs about money. Having more gratitude about money. Switching from a lack perspective to an abundant perspective. Communication, accuracy, expression, intimacy, honesty. Side note, a lot of times we feel like the universe is withholding. It's not giving it to us. I can't have it. But a lot of times the universe cannot deliver it to us if our nervous system can't hold it. If you have a fear of what comes with it. If you have a fear of it. So a lot of the times it's this push-pull that you want something that your nervous system and subconscious beliefs and body are saying, fuck no, we don't want that. Do you remember what happened? Do. And a lot of times, sometimes, past lives are involved. You might not even be aware that you're blocking your own stuff. maybe your throat chakra is opening up and you're feeling more confident in communicating what it is that you want and need, and you're expressing yourself, letting yourself cry, letting yourself feel, talking about your dreams, talking about your desires, talking about what it is that you want. Just be careful who you share these things with, because they can either help you expand and feel uplifted and like it's possible, or they can poo-poo on it and rub a bunch of fucking self-doubt and resistance and limiting shit projected from them onto it, and then you start to doubt it yourself. So maybe you were nervous that if these things come true, or back to the whole spiritual gift thing, that people would talk about you. That's a wound. Like they're whispering, they're going to talk behind your back. I also think of the game Telephone. I don't know if you played that when you were little, when one person starts a message and then the last person has to say what your message is, and a lot of times it's not what you said. So there might be some confusion too with understanding what's being communicated to you intuitively. Like, could we kind of clear this up, because it's confusing me. Pull a couple more. Fire might be significant. Ooh, maybe you have some witch wounds and you were burned for your gifts. That's not funny. I don't know why I laugh at awkward moments. It's just who I am. But that might be a past life thing to clear. Maybe you were literally burned for sharing your gifts, and so you're terrified to open them up this lifetime, and you're working on letting go of those past traumas and past life. That's a whole nother ball game. Worn out. Maybe you felt like it's too hard to get your dreams. Maybe you felt like just really tired lately. And all of this can, letting go of things, working on yourself, can be very tiring. Emotional release is tiring physically. Hope. Overwhelmed. It might be overwhelming and tiring to process this stuff, but it's going to bring such wonderful, drastic changes to your life. You don't need to fear your abundance or your powers or your gifts. Change can be overwhelming, even if it's something that you really want. Especially if it's new. And I'll go ahead and take this last one too, gratitude again. Maybe you have a fear of change. You might be wanting all these things, but you're blocking them because you're terrified of change, terrified of new. It's unfamiliar, so your nervous system's going to be like, I don't think so. Sunshine's reflecting on my mirror. Fear of visibility, which is the witch wound, fear of being seen. You don't want anyone to see you succeed. You don't want anybody to see you. Maybe there's a fear around money and people seeing that you have money. Maybe money doesn't feel safe to you. We've got new beginnings, self-care, the Fool, 3 of Fire, which I'm not sure the equivalent of the wands, cups, swords, or pentacles, but this is a 3 of fire in this deck. Adventure. New adventures, which can give you anxiety. Change can be challenging, but it can also be really fun and beneficial and exciting. And it's just something that's never going to go away. Things are constantly going to change. One more. Craft. So you're getting better. You're getting better with these things. You're learning these things. There's some sort of skill. 8 of Earth. Good Lord. Shiny, shiny. You're getting better at navigating these things and learning about them and integrating and incorporating them into your life. It takes practice sometimes, but then there's also things that you're like, holy shit, I didn't know I could heal. I didn't know I had energy work hands, and that doesn't take any effort really from me. So you'll have gifts too that you're just naturally good at. Those could be from past lives and things that have not turned on yet for you. A knowledge or skill. The word joy. You're learning, you're getting better on how your intuition works, and it's a skill that you're learning right now, and you're going to craft it. Like, it's going to be a muscle to the point where it's like you don't even have to, like, you've got your 6-pack. You don't have to practice it anymore because you know how it works. Not to rush through, and things can take time, but there's going to be rewards delivered from it. Muscle memory. It's a craft, it's a skill. So you're going to be coming into learning some craft, a skill, some knowledge, and it could have to do with healing. Helping heal yourself, helping teach other people how to heal. Some sort of balance. It's going to pay out. Spleen. All right, I'm gonna leave that there.